That's also what your objective of this podcast is, right? To talk to different people with different perspectives, and who are willing to share that. And like you said, right? I mean, when I first asked you why are you doing this, and you said that doesn't mean that having someone opposite you who disagrees with you doesn't mean that you can't have a conversation about it, right? And I totally agree with that. And I think that's what internet should be for, right? To have that diversity of views, right? And it shouldn't be a certain view clustering and everyone's just in their echo chamber, right? And you don't hear other perspectives. So and then for sure we should have diversity in opinions. Diversity of opinions leads to diversity of ideas, right? And in the end, the world today trumps by the best ideas, right?
Correct.
The contest of ideas leads to best ideas, and we need that because no one can ever have a monopoly of ideas anymore. Right. So, and I think that's also why the US economy has always bounced back up further whenever after its recession, because they are so diverse with different talents, with different cities trying to compete with the best, and that attracts certain kind of people to want to work and migrate to US, and that's how they keep pushing better, right? I mean, think about the top tech companies in the world, right? Of course, you got your Weibo, you got your Baidu, you got your Alibaba. But for a lot of things that we use right now as consumers, you're using Apple phone. It's designed in US, right? So anyway, but that's a different separate topic altogether.
But actually, this idea of being more open-minded was pushed to me by basically I listened to this podcast by Joe Rogan podcast. He was talking to this guy. I hope I didn't remember his name wrongly. Called Daryl Davis.
Okay.
So he's a very interesting guy. He's a black guy. He's like a blue jazz singer. He's a writer and everything. But he is most famous for talking to people of the KKK. Yeah, and if you don't know about KKK in the US, basically they are a group of white supremacists lah. Yeah, they believe that they are the supreme color of race or per se. And then they believe that basically all black people are dumb lah, or worse than them. So he became popular because he basically found some way to sit down with members of the KKK, and then eventually just by talking to them, being friends with them, educating them, and just listening to them, a lot of these members leave the KKK. They change their mindset. They're like, hey, they suddenly feel like why am I still in this society, you know? And then it's very interesting. I think he managed to convert like hundreds of members out of the KKK. And then he's right now his life goal is to use his retirement money to build a museum. Because he actually collected all the uniforms from these ex-KKK members, so he wants to build a museum and put all this KKK stuff on the wall. Because he feels that at least for the US, KKK is like it's a topic that nobody really talks about, even though it's very prevalent in the US history. Like everybody only talks about it under the table. So to him it's like, why not? It's still part of US history. They should they should sort of not say celebrate it but remember it as part of history, and he wants to do that. So the way he talked about it really pushed me to see this, like, you know, if a person like him can sit in a room next to someone who literally thinks that he's dumb, you know, if he can be that open-minded, I think slowly a lot of us can do that as well lah. And just by education, I think it's like the more appropriate solution to maybe hatred or extremists in the world. I think with awareness, with content like this or conversations, right? But what's also vital is that sense of open-mindedness in individuals, to be able to first sit down with someone who you think you hate across the table, and number two, to be able to speak and share opinions and thoughts.
I think it starts with the mind, right? Even you have content and awareness, but if you just choose not to read certain publications or certain opinions, you'll never change, or you'll never get to see the other side of the opinion. So I think, being a new parent myself, I think one of the values that I will definitely teach my son is being open-minded. That my opinion shouldn't matter as much as his, at least on how he wants to lead his life.
Shouldn't be the law lah, in a sense.
Right?
Yeah.
I think so I think it's a value. Some people just have it, some people just are open-minded, and some are not, right? No matter how much, right? No matter the evidence, right, are there that, hey, you know, this thing that you're doing is bad or it's not good. So I think open-mindedness is difficult, even now we have the internet.
Yeah.
So in fact, the internet does encourage people to just be sticking to people of their own thoughts and beliefs.
Yeah,
which can be dangerous.
Yeah, I think the internet, like especially recent trends, it forces people to pick teams.
Yeah.
Like if you are like team A, then if you are not part of team A, you must hate team A kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, yeah, why must I be on a team? Like, why can't I just or if I am on a team, doesn't mean that I don't appreciate your perspective, right? You can be in a different situation.
Yeah. It happens in newspapers as well. In Singapore, probably we don't have that, but in other countries, there are papers that are, let's say, pro-Republicans. And then if you're a Republican, you want to read only that kind of papers, right? Or news channel, right? So maybe that's also a reason why mainstream media is losing its grace. Yeah, and I mean, content producers like yourself with this podcast is gaining traction, right? Together with Joe Rogan, right? Where people want or can be exposed to a diversity of views. So it's not just politics, but even in newspapers, people still choose to read or buy the papers that support their views, right? So that they feel that they're part of Team A or Team B. Right? So, but I agree with you. I think we shouldn't.